What's up, everybody, and welcome to round one of the 2021 Myrtle Beach Open, presented by US Disc Golf. And this coverage is brought to you by J. Mike's Flavor Station. If you're in the Myrtle Beach area, stop by for a smoothie or a taco omelet. And this commentary is brought to you by Parked Podcast. My name is Mitch, and my lovely co-host, Hayden Riccard. How are you doing today, brother?
Doing good. Excited to be here. You know, we're at the beach. Couldn't get any better.
Well, we're at the beach, but not at the beach. We're in the woods, and the weather is definitely coming into play. We're getting down in the 40s today. Who's on our card today?
We've got Catrina Allen, Holly Finley, Deann Carey, and Hope Brown.
A really good mix of players that have been on tour for a long time and also newer players on tour. Let's check out the players to watch. Of course, your world champion in 2021, Catrina Allen. A lot of shots in the woods, that left to right shape. A lot of fairway drivers turning that left to right, and a forehand. Macy Vela-Diaz is definitely going to be one to watch.
She is.
Going into hole one, 321 feet, par 3. Good hole to start it off on. You're going to want to throw your right hand backhand, a flip up to flat and fade. There's two gaps to really hit. You can either go inside or a little bit past the basket and curl up. The hard packed sand allows for a good amount of skips. Let's throw it to DJ Heck Yeah for the intro.
For the FPO. They will be playing in the FPO Throw Pink layout here at the Myrtle Beach Open. Welcome to T-Pad 1, Catrina Allen.
And it is a backhand righty dominant hole. You're not going to see a lot of lefties be able to get underneath the basket with this shot.
Looks like Catrina's reaching for a driver here. Throwing more of the full hyzer instead of the stand-up.
It's a decent skip outside circle 1.
Yeah, about mid-circle 2. We'll see how her jump putt's feeling on hole 1.
And you can see the wind. The players are testing the wind, making sure they're noticing it and which way it's blowing.
Yeah, and you can see all the players too. You see Catrina there in the background just bundling up immediately after she's throwing. So we'll see how the cold is going to affect it. See what their players are going to do to keep their hands warm throughout. Holly throwing more of that stand-up to flat shot, hoping for a nice little skip. Curls right into the edge of circle.
Deann Carey.
I'm excited to see Deann. She's been doing really well this year.
Yeah, especially in the woods. Her win at Carolina Clash. I believe she's throwing a Wraith here. Matching Holly's line and flipping up, playing the skip. Going to be well inside circle 1 there for a birdie look on hole 1. And Hope Brown, a newer face to the tour, but being able to make her mark here at the Myrtle Beach Open. Going full hyzer on this one.
And be able to be on the card that she is. I mean, being with Catrina Allen and Holly Finley, those are two legends in the sport.
Catrina known for her very high, lofty jump putt. Nothing really in the way here. Let's see how it goes on hole 1.
Gives it a good bid.
Yeah, definitely committed. Being able to hit metal from that distance early on in your round, she's going to feel
complain.
confident. Yeah. Here's Hope for birdie. Ooh, taking her time there on hole 1, just a little bit short. But again, being able to hit metal from that circle's edge in this cold, get that confident stroke going.
Getting those nerves out early is definitely key. You see Holly there, her putt, she's usually more of that fan grip to almost modified power grip on her putt, so she gets a lot of torque behind it.
Yeah, we'll see her warm up that putt throughout the round. Definitely going to be a factor. Oh, and Deann, the closest one for birdie. Looks like we're going to have a handful of pars here on hole 1.
Which, nothing wrong with that at all. Take a couple pars, move on to the next one. But you do want to get the ones you can get.
Ooh, brutal kick out right from Holly. It's those nerves, it's those cold hands, and even you can't really slow down at all. We need to take your time, need to be able to confidently throw in. Even those 5 to 7 footers in this cold, you're not going to be able to have your normal stroke maybe.
It looked like she was a little bit rushed. She didn't take her time, like you said.
Yeah, a lot of players getting that glove off taking her time definitely to be able to tap in that bogey. But that's all right. We've got a lot of holes left. Let's go to hole 2.
On to hole 2, we're looking at a par 4, 534 feet. This one you really want to land into the sand right there you see at the bottom left screen, kind of pitch up and being able to have a clean view of the fairway down towards the basket.
Yeah, it's really a good 2-shot par 4.
It really is. I like it a lot.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the women maybe throw a mid-range. Catrina reaching for a putter here, I believe. Really just trying to throw straight, get into a good spot to have an easy second shot.
Agreed. This looks really good out of the hand.
Yeah, playing that slide up in the ground play. Maybe a bit short. Maybe have a turnover.
A little bit cut off, I think.
There's Deann throwing, I believe, to be an understable mid-range. Yeah, much more the line you're looking for. Maybe a little bit more glide behind that, jumping up.
Just a few feet in front of Catrina.
Those few feet are going to help a lot. It's going to change it from being a turnover out of the hand to really be a straight shot.
Yep.
A little bit held on too long there from Hope. Got a good kick out away from that right side. Maybe open up the second shot.
Should be a battle to get down there for the par.
Yeah, and Holly, the only one throwing a fairway driver out of the group. Really trying to bite off a lot here. Ooh, almost got all the way through.
It's a decent kick, though.
Yeah, she should be able to pitch up and get into a good spot to be able to save the par. Here's Hope after her first shot. An unfortunate kick.
Does she get through? Yes, she does.
Yep, moving forward from that and be able to make the corner, kick back into the middle of the fairway. She's got to be happy with that.
Yeah. See if Holly Finley can get up the fairway.
Oh, pedal to the metal.
What a
She's
pull.
ripping on that same fairway driver, I believe. Oh, yeah.
That's a good pull for her.
Yeah, from a standstill to put it down there, not be in the woods again. Catrina leaning on that disc she threw off the tee. Ooh, unfortunate. Just held on a little bit too long. Like we said, she was just a little bit short bringing that turnover out of the hand into play instead of being a hyzer flip that Deann's stepping up to.
Yeah, you can see the difference now there between 5 feet that they had. Really gives her more of an open shot.
Yeah, Deann steps up to that fairway driver. Maybe a bit short left.
Just inside circle 2.
Let's see how Catrina can recover after that early kick out of the hand. Lean on that same putter. A lot of trust in that disc.
I think you can see her throw that a lot today.
Yeah,
Especially with the wind and how cold it is. If she's confident there,
yeah,
you can see her throwing that a lot.
a little bit short left again. Going to be tough to hit a par from there.
Here's Hope trying to get close for a par save.
Maybe sawed off just a little bit. Definitely not somewhere she probably practiced that upshot from. After that kick off the drive, I mean, she's happy to be down the fairway consistently and be in a good spot.
I agree.
Holly just laying
Look
up
where
for a
Holly
par.
is.
What an amazing second shot to put her in that spot to have an easy par.
I can't tell from there, but she maybe have a good look at it and have a good putt from there.
Cat throwing the same disc again, giving a little bit of a run. Yeah, I think we're going to see Cat lean on that disc a ton today.
I think so as well.
A slower speed that she can really rip into and know that it's going to be finishing to the right is definitely a shot you need if you're not a forehand dominant player in these woods and definitely on this course.
Deann here with the putt. Let's see if she can get it a run. And a little bit long. She'll have a tester coming back.
A little high, which isn't a bad thing. Hole 2, you're really feeling confident already from that distance.
And Holly bangs it in for the par. That's a good par save from there.
Great correction after hole 1, missing that, that shot within about 10 feet to come back and just have a really confident stroke at the pole. Really good to see her make that mental correction early.
Yes. Here's Kat for her bogey save.
Really good taking your time there, even on those close putts in this cold, taking your time, being patient is a huge, huge thing today.
I agree. I mean, you don't want to be just full force, just not confident at all in your putt, especially when the cold comes in.
Yeah, I mean, the best putters on tour consistently have the same routine. They walk up, no matter if it's a 6-footer or a 60-footer, they're going to walk up and they're going to have that routine, get their breathing right.
And you can see that well done with Hope Brown right there. She took her time, was confident, was able to put down her bogey. Not a bag bogey from what happened off the tee.
Yep. There's Deann for par. Oh, just a bit right. Like we said, those cold hands, only on hole 2, definitely going to be something to warm up throughout the round.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you can see it. That it's definitely, the cold's really getting onto these ladies.
Yeah, and I'm someone in the cold. I know I like to switch to maybe a softer plastic. I mean, this is definitely later in the season, so we'll see how they continue on. But let's jump to hole 3, par 3, 330 feet. There's really 2 gaps on this hole. You can either go inside with kind of a flip up and work your way right, or you can go on that right side the entire way. Most of the players here are going to be throwing a fairway driver. Holly Finley taking that right side, wanting to play the ground. That hard-packed sand on this course is going to give you a lot of skip. I mean, there's a good 50 to 70-foot skip there to mid-circle 2.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of these players take that outside gap more than that inside gap just because it's more trusting.
Cat a little bit early out of the hand and kicks into that tall grass on the right. It's not out of bounds over there. This course has a lot of natural out of bounds where it may not be a stroke, but it really does put you in some awkward positions and make you scramble.
It really is a course of traditional foliage that's off the fairway. I mean, you're going to see yourself in some thicket.
Here's Hope Brown. I assume she's going to take that right line as well. Really use that ground play. Oh, that's a great committed shot.
Good looking shot.
Yep, slide up there.
Right next to Holly's. Going to be outside circle 1. See Kat here trying to just get out of the brush, and now you can see how actually thick it is. And yep, she's just going to play out to the fairway. Very smart move. Not trying to get, throw more strokes into her way.
Yeah, it's definitely a veteran play to know, hey, I'm not in a great spot. I don't need to force anything. I want to take a very stress-free bogey, and that's okay. There's a lot of holes left.
It's round 1.
Right. I mean, 2 more rounds of golf to play.
You have plenty of time to come back. See Deann just a little bit on the outside of the fairway, but is able to put it up underneath the basket.
Yeah, nothing left to do but just not hit her head on the basket for that par. Here's Holly with a little bit of an awkward stance. Giving it a run to even hit chains from that really awkward stance and to still be able to step out and have her natural putting stroke.
That was really nice to see.
See Hope going through her routine, like we were saying. No matter the distance, sticking to that routine is something that's going to be key.
Gave it a bit as well. I think just from that distance, a little bit outside, and they just weren't putting enough on it, but good bids from them.
Yeah, you can see.
And it's hard to judge. I mean, you have no win now on this hole, and then
Holly again, just a little bit, hanging on a little bit long, pushing it right. But I love seeing the reaction. Even though the putt was missed from Hope, she walked away with a smile, turned around to her caddy, laughing and enjoying herself, knowing that there's a lot of holes left.
Plenty of holes left.
Again, Holly taking her time.
There she goes, getting in her routine.
Good committed putt. Unfortunate bogey there.
Her thumb is on the outside rim of her putter. It's kind of it's a different hold that you're going to see from her than other players, but I think it's really unique, and she's definitely done really well with it.
Yeah, it's putting. Putting is more than anything. It's a feel. I think another player comes to mind. Her and Owen Scoggins both have that very come to that left hit, very very much a aggressive straight line spin putt, and when it's on from any distance.
Yeah, I agree.
Hello Leopard 3 is stable. It's want to go straight all day long. That's why I love it. It feels good in my hand. It's just very comfortable to grip. Just throw, it's gonna fly straight for you. And I love their plastic. It is beautiful. Look at this color. When you have a pretty disc like this, you just want a birdie, right?
Moving on to hole 4. This is a par 3, 296, and it's almost, you can get a straight gap, but there's also, you got the turnover to the right that will skip up and come back towards the basket, but it's really just a putter or a fairway that's going to flip up for you.
This really introduces a lot of holes to come on this course that are under
really
300
does.
feet, but it's that left to right late turning shot. It wants a very committed backhand. And it's
Deann wanted to, but got a lucky kick there.
Beautiful kick to be inside the circle. Again, like we were saying, need to have a very committed left to right shot, which is a disc shot that you don't really do straight out of the box. That's a disc you're throwing that you've known for years. Here's hope. It's a little bit wide.
It's a good kick down. I don't think she's too far into that brush.
Yeah. And we're going to see Holly throw this orange fairway driver a lot today. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect out of her hand.
That looks
late
good.
flip. Oh, yeah, just a
That's
bit long.
really good.
Exactly what you need there.
That's exactly how you want to play this hole.
You see Kat throwing a mid-range, I believe. Trusting that disc, whatever you have in your bag to throw that late turning shot to the right.
Sneaks
A little
through.
early, yeah. Oh, yeah, sneaks through beautifully inside the circle.
She'll have a look at birdie.
Here's hope on her second shot. Oh, it looked like her left leg maybe caught some of the foliage there at her feet, maybe some thorns. Surprising to her for sure. As we were saying on hole 2, this brush is really mean. It's definitely over your chest. It brings in a lot of difficulty when you're off the fairway by just a small amount.
And I think that was a good kick there because I think that would have been a little bit deeper left if she hadn't kicked out to the fairway right there and give her a look.
Just a little bit off from hope there. Taking a time mentally reset before that putt.
And here's Deann for her birdie.
Just a bit short. Not a full commitment from Deann. She's usually really solid from that range, so we'll see her pick it up in these holes to come. Come back here for hope.
It's a good finish.
Yep, good, confident putt. Even though it's a double bogey, you walk away feeling confident moving into those next holes that she may be in that 20 to 25 foot range, especially on a course that has such hard packed greens where the disc wants to slide. When you think you parked it, you may have gone long.
There you go.
Speaking of going long, no problem for Holly. Absolutely putting it into the chains that we talked about that earlier, that direct putt she has and confidence jumping in there.
Yep. Following her is Catrina Allen a little bit closer.
Nice cat.
There it is. Card and birdie. I think on this hole is really a get hole that you want for that birdie, especially on those first couple holes because you can take those bogeys pretty early.
Yeah, it'll be a similar look of a couple holes further on into this round. That is that under 300 feet, that left to right shot. It's something that you need to feel confident in. Completely different shaping hole here. We got a par 4, hole 5, 609 feet. The road is not out of bounds, but it does bring in some really crazy skips. If you can match the level of the road, you're able to skip up even further. This really is one of the only holes where the players are able to really completely unleash onto a drive. And then at the end, you have that left to right finishing shape that's blind around the corner.
I really like this hole. You see Holly throwing that same orange disc that's going to flip up a little bit late.
Oh, it's perfect.
That looks good. Real good.
Yep. Using the entire fairway.
It's exactly what you want to do is use the whole fairway, get as far down as you can, either left or right. Doesn't really matter. As long as you have a good, clean look to around the road area, you're pretty in a good spot to get down to the basket.
Cat hoping that fades out. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolute smash for Catrina
And
Allen.
even from there, I mean, you might seem a little bit cut off, but I mean, it's nothing for her.
Yeah, it's still blind. Going around the corner there to the right. Here's Deann Carey, I believe, throwing a wraith. See that wind start to pick up just a little bit. Should have enough fade.
Trying to hit the spotter.
Yeah, nearly ends the spotter's life there, but he's well aware, gets out
That's
of
a
the way.
good result, though.
Yeah.
He didn't kick into that woods too much.
Maybe just a bit too understable for Hope. She rolls out just a little bit. She's not too deep into the woods, but you can see that wind really picking up.
Tough lie to get out and get as far down as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what she's going for. Unfortunate.
Yeah, she had that fairway driver in her hands, definitely looking to bite off and get as further down the fairway as she could. But now having a clean look, should be able to put it inside the circle to have a look for the par. This hole definitely has just such a demanding second shot.
It really does. You got to get the right flip up at the right time or throw a big forehand.
Yeah.
Which a lot
Ooh,
a
really
lot of
good
people
tree.
aren't very trusting in that forehand around this corner. I'd rather just throw a long flip up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of height here. Those power lines don't really come into play, so you got to really use that height to your advantage.
Yeah, you can see the wind bounce off of Holly Finley's disc right there, and that slides up into circle one.
Yep, using that ground play, the hard packed sand, the end of that road to slide perfectly into circle one.
Looking at Deann here to do the same thing.
Great height.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Finally getting to Catrina's drive.
Yeah, she had a smash.
Yeah, she's probably leaning on that kind of really beat in, understable putter. Really needs to give it the height here to get to the pin. Perfectly height, maybe a little bit short.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Disking down to that putter, let her have the glide and the shape she wanted to, but maybe not as much distance.
Especially from a standstill.
Mm-hmm. Hope able to see the basket there. Maybe a little bit too much turn.
Just a little bit too much turn and came up short right near Cats.
You can see the flag moving a little bit. Good height, just a little bit right.
She was a little bit off balance there. I don't know if it was just a tough lie that she was standing on.
There's that road that's like kind of there but not there.
I think that's what kind of threw her off just a little bit.
Here's Cat from similar distance. Oh, so close there. Really good commit. Nothing in the way for her style of jump putt.
No. Deann here for the birdie.
Going into the headwind. Perfect.
Good putt.
Great adjustment. Not really letting the bottom of the disc be seen and be lifted, but just committed on that hyzer angle she likes to do and putting it home for the birdie. A lot of wind coming in for Holly now. It's swirling.
She played this hole pretty textbook. I mean, it was really great shots from her, and there she is, another birdie on it.
It's that spin putt that's going to just excel in the wind. If she can get that thing going, we're going to see a great round out of Holly.
Yeah, fully expect so.
That wind calming down a bit here for Hope's comebacker.
Just a little bit high.
And maybe expecting the wind to maybe come back. It's been swirling all day.
And that's the thing is, like, you go to these putts and then you, like, you know, the wind dies and then you fully, like, in your mind, you put it in there. It's like, oh, the wind's going to come back. And then it's going to adjust to how I have to putt.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate triple bogey there for Hope. There's a lot of holes left, though. And, I mean, she chose good shots throughout that hole.
There weren't bad shots there at all.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit more commitment.
Moving on to hole 6, we're looking at a par 3, 210 feet, probably one of the shortest holes out here. I think people are going to go more putter. You can maybe see some people go with a fairway, but I think putter, mid-range, and fairway you're going to look at.
Yeah, this is another one of those holes that is that left to right shape, but it's throwing what you know being able to commit to it. It's really a dead straight shot, or you can open up and be more of a left to right shot.
It's also touchy. You don't want to throw it too far.
Yeah, it's that distance where it's almost
power
feels
down.
Like, yeah, it almost feels like an upshot on a par 4. Deann throwing that understable mid range, opening up that left side a little bit more.
Good shot. She
Great
got
shot
clean.
there.
Got through clean there. You might see Cat here throw a forehand.
Yeah, it's a good forehand shape if you can kind of flex it out of your hand, really use all that fairway on the left side. Going to standstill. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot right there.
Really good controlled forehand. Knowing that distance is only 210 feet, going to the standstill, not trying to bring any extra speed or any kind of like off-axis torque. Great decision from Cat. Such a committed line there from Hope.
We got Hope here going with her upshot.
Really good upshot form though. Like it was kind
really
of a
good
run,
upshot.
kind of a putt. Really giving a good run at it.
Here we got Cat for her birdie.
Great
Able to float it in there.
Yeah, when that wind is down, Cat's putt really
Take advantage
excels.
of it.
Here's Holly for birdie as well. Oh yeah.
Someone's on a hot streak.
That is 3 in a row from Holly.
Like you said, I mean, her putter, if it gets going, she can really throw it down.
Yeah, after missing, within about 15 feet on hole 1, she's definitely corrected, made that mental switch, and able to just step up to really any putt from any distance and confidently give it a run and put it in the chains. Deann for birdie as well.
Good putt.
Definitely a must-get hole.
Yeah, with it being 210, it's definitely a must-get hole to put you, take advantage of the shortness and not have to play so much.
Heading into hole 7, 263 feet, par 3. Again, the story continues with those left to right shots. This one finishing just almost a dog leg at the end.
You can see that flag going. That wind has picked up more as we were headed closer to the road.
Holly leaning on that same understable fairway driver. Wow, she knows that disc incredibly.
She really does. And
To have a disc
why
turn
would you
that
change
late.
it?
Yeah.
There's no reason to change it. You're so confident in it.
Yeah, she's 3 in a row coming into hole 7. See if Deann can match that line. Ooh,
It's looking good, but I think she got a good kick out of there. At least kicked forward.
Yeah, Cat leaning back on that forehand. You can carry pretty straight for a long time before that thing fades. Trying to use the right side of the fairway and work over. Fortunately misses the sign.
You got Hope here with another fairway.
It really is.
It was a
kind
good
of
line
mind
out of her
game.
hand.
Yeah, it's a good line out of the hand, but it's a mind game of how far that turn really happens. Again, being that 263 feet, it's like it's not a full shot, but it definitely needs a full commitment, and you really have to find that shape.
It's a really good upshot from there, too.
There's Catrina after sneaking through on that right side.
Just a little bit cut off. She had to do a little step out.
Deann definitely in the thick of it, going for the forehand to get out. Going over everything. Leaving a little bit of meat on the bone there outside circle 1.
she'll definitely have a tester coming back.
And needing to focus with those cars flying by. Oh, so close there.
That was a good run by her.
Let's see if Holly can get the solo birdie here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's 4 in a row. Like we said, she's as committed to that putter. No wind is affecting it when it's on that straight line with a lot of power. 4 in a row for Holly Finley. She's heating up.
Cat here to save her par. Good putt.
And as we're almost finishing out this front 9, you see you got 2 players here under par. Kind of expecting, I think, the hot round or hot front 9 would maybe be that 4-ish under.
Yeah, 3 to 4-ish.
Yeah, is pretty healthy to be, especially with this wind picking up. Holly's definitely on the right track to get there.
Yeah, she's making some moves.
Hope taking her time. Yep, good par there from her.
Good solid finish on that hole.
Definitely the name of the game. Taking your time in this cold weather. Using all the time you have. Unfortunate bogey there.
Moving on to hole 8, 322 feet. This is a par 3. This one is pretty much a hyzer shot that you want to miss this light pole right there and then skip up on that hard compact sand and right underneath the basket.
Really complete opposite of what hole 7 just was.
Mm-hmm. You see a lot of players go with probably a full driver here.
Yeah, playing that skip. Some unexpected turn, yeah.
That one turned up just a little bit. She's going to have a tough look to get out from there.
Nearly pin high, though.
Yeah.
See if Kat can correct on that after watching Holly's disc turn a little bit. Maybe throw a touch more overstable. A little bit of a higher line.
Similar spot as Holly, but she's not standing in anything.
Yeah, she'll have a jump putt look from there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Got Hope's drive.
A little bit right out of the hand, but it looks like it's got a little more finish than the other two. They're all kind of in that same spot, that middle circle too on that right side.
Mm-hmm.
Clean looks coming up. Maybe see some highlight putts. After seeing everybody kind of push to the right, let's see if Deann can make the correction.
She got through. She just got hung up by a little bit of vine.
Definitely the cleanest look out of the bunch. Deann will have maybe one of the shorter ones, though. You can see that really interesting putting grip out of Holly. It is kind of a modified like fan grip, power grip. But that's where a lot of that torque comes from. Ooh, giving it a run from a crazy angle.
That was put up high.
Deann from a similar distance.
Mm-hmm.
That weird distance, I know for me, like that's kind of a jump, kind of a throw. It's an
I would agree. I'd probably still jump putt it just
Yeah.
because I feel more comfortable that way.
It's not going to go too far.
No. You got Hope Brown here for her birdie look. Ooh. That was a good run right there.
Splitting the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't have framed it up much better. Let's see if Catrina can take home the solo birdie here on hole 8. Oh, just right. Should have a good amount of pars here to clean up.
Yeah.
It's just that distance and shape where par is not a bad score here.
It's really not. And, you know, like we said before, it's round 1, front 9. You still got plenty of holes left. So definitely not missing birdie here is not that bad.
Deann with a little bit of a comebacker. There's no wind, thankfully, where she's out on the course.
Good putt back.
Good, confident putt to finish hole 8 there. Catrina removing the warmth. The temperatures are definitely dropping.
I think temps were in around the 40s.
Yeah, it was definitely cold. Like I said, you don't expect to come to Myrtle
Non-typical
Beach.
when you're at the beach.
No.
Yeah, definitely not what you.
It's definitely
you
not.
want.
Go get your suntan and hang out in the sand afterwards. You're ready to get inside.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to be cleaning up their pars here.
Pretty standard for what you're going to see on hole 8. On to our final hole of the front 9. This is a par 3, 285 feet. Lower ceiling than some of these other shots. You're going to want to finish to the right. This one is more of a slight finish to the right, not really a dog leg or a skip shot. It's that kind of slow turning the entire way. Holly, of course, is going to be leaning on this fairway driver. That looks great out of the hand. Good height.
I think she pushed the height pretty good.
Yeah, it's tough to get all the way to the pin here because it is that slow gliding fade to the right where your disc really wants to fight out. Cat going for a putter here.
That sounded like a good solid rip.
Yeah, good snap. Oh, yeah. To match Holly's line with a putter, that much more torque.
And you have to have more height with a putter, so it gets more glide.
Quite a bit inside, but got a really fortunate kick forwards.
That was a really good kick.
Let's see if Deann can put this in the circle 1 to finish off the front 9 with a birdie. If that holds. Just a little bit long. You want to definitely push those trees long, but having a disc finish right that far down the fairway.
It's hard to tell from those distances where your disc needs to keep holding, but also come back.
Ooh, giving it a run. Ooh, asking it to get up a little bit. She definitely knew out of her hand that had a chance.
She's getting her upshots down really well now.
Yeah. And if you get those upshots feeling good, putting doesn't really matter. You put it close. You're not really having any kind of stress in the putting green.
And Deann from outside in the woods.
Yeah, speaking of that, putting those up shots close, not having to worry about stress-free par. Awkward stance.
You can tell
Holly.
she wanted it.
Yeah. It's amazing how she can find that stroke even at such a weird angle.
Yeah.
She can still find her natural putting stroke. That spin putt straight to the gut and just catapult it out.
Let's see if Cat can finish off the front 9 with a birdie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It holds.
Great way
Such
to
a
put her
great
under
shot
par.
with the putter, too.
Yeah, to do a putter, I mean, one of the only players probably on the day to throw a putter off the tee there. And to put her back under par, that feels good going into the back 9. Yep, good clean couple holes to get par after some unfortunate bogeys earlier on in this front 9.
See everybody else clean up for their pars.
Ooh, a little bit scared there. She
thought it was
She
coming
hasn't
back.
been in that distance for a while. She's been in that circle's edge, being to put a lot of power behind it and
Yep.
some doubt behind that one, but it sticks. After our front 9, had some people on our card be under par, but let's check in with the leaderboard to see how their scores are holding up. Natalie Ryan shooting the hot front 9 at -4. Rebecca Cox and Macy Valdez close behind at -3. Paige Shue jumping in the mix. A lot of players still there, but like we said, that -4 is a good score.
Yeah, you're going to see that, especially on that front 9. I mean, getting the nerves out there, it's cold. You're getting warmed up. I feel like on the back 9, you're going to see a lot more happen.
Yep, and we'll see you on that back 9. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon.